Ladies and gentlemen, I'm usual, the game is War Thunder, and I've had a god-awful weekend, so let's have some tankery. After all, how else do you describe a weekend in which you discover that Forge World's new Warlord Titan is very shiny and will cost you 3.5 months of mortgage payments? You have a dentist appointment in 4 hours' time, more or less at the time of filming, and generally things went from bad to worse. Those were the highlights of my weekend, by the way. I have a bit of pent-up aggression to take out. I also ended up dumping 2 hours of footage. Trust me, you really didn't want to see the carnage that was 2 failed Golden Battles wagers. 2 victories, 6 losses. Yeah, let's not even go there. Facing King Tigers in the Panzer IV is not pretty, but it's my own fault for having a 4.7 and a 5.7 lineup, really. Never mind. Domination in Berlin. 3 control points. Right. Please, God, let this be the north side. That is so much nicer as a starting point. You have much more cover. Of course, south side, you've got slightly open lines of fire and a quicker charge to some of the objectives, but it doesn't matter. Oh, we've got the south side. Well, grabs the Tiger and... oh, lose the high X. Tried this against Wolverines and Hellcats, and it really doesn't make much of a difference. The SPGR on the 88mm I don't think quite has the penetration. Had some luck with roof bursts, but not much. Right, so we have got the Reichstag, the centre of the Platz, and the Royal Opera. Forjador is going for the Reichstag. We'll back him up as good teammates should, because, hey, 3 Silver Lion bonuses, and, well, because of the way the Tiger is rigged, my ammo's all on my right-hand side, so I kind of want the left-hand side towards the enemy anyway. Also, transparent gun barrels. What have we got? KV-1, T-34-85, M6A1. Okay, a few things there that can mess this Tiger about, but not very many, it has to be said. That 85mm T-34 principal among them. So, we'll roll towards target for a bit. Oh, they've got a Panther D as well. Lovely. Problem with the Tiger, of course, is that while its listed top speed is very good, 40-something km, it does take a while to get there. And they've got a Joseph Stalin out there as well. Terrific. Right, okay. Priorities. Getting over this hill for a start. I am horribly vulnerable up here. And there we go. Someone's killed the 57mm armed T-34. There's an M4A2 there. He is likely set up with... bounce off the gun barrel. Chances are he is set up with the 76mm gun, which is awkward but not impossible to deal with. Okay, what next? T-34 E Leon. Boom. Gotcha. Straight through the transmission, I think. No, that was a crew kill. Right. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. Turn the arse of the tank towards the enemy. Still trying to keep it angled. Remember, I've got 82mm all the way round on this thing. So provided I don't give them a square shot, I'm reasonably safe until they line up that damned 85mm. However, he's got 2 medium panzers to deal with. Let's see if we can line up, give these guys a friendly helping hand. Come on, come on. Target, target, target. Boom. Gotcha! He's going to be raging at that one. Let's move forwards again. Okay, T-34E, 12 o'clock. That is a sharp 90-degree burn. They will have excellent cover. There's probably multiple tanks hooked up on the spot as well. Fighter bombers available if I want it. So it's hooking up on terrain. Come on, neutral drive on the Tiger. Get this turned. Push forwards. Okay, so... Panzer... ah, right, KV-2. KV-2 can mess you up whether you want to or not. Aim. Gone. Yeah, this, ladies and gentlemen, is why the IS-1 was rushed into production. The T-34 just cannot stand up against 88mm. We'll angle up, just as a precaution against someone getting on the flank. Check that. Yeah, we're good. And then wait for the air battle to start. Don't think we're going to have any enemy fighters to think about. Nope. And we've got an eel too. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with this. Right, do I have... don't have bomb loads, sadly, so we're going to have to dive bomb to start with, then rockets. Ah, the flak, the flak. The beautiful flak. Throttle back, cut into the dive. Okay, there we go. Right, so KV... Actually, no, Tiger H1 is the priority threat at this point. And we somehow didn't kill him. I am vaguely unimpressed. 1 minute to bombs and rockets. No more anti-tank weapon with top out, so we'll just bail the aircraft. Commissar can object later. Later IS-1. Boom. Okay, he has 2 crew damaged. 1 crew member survived. Pity that would have been an instant kill otherwise, but he has scooted straight into cover, so he's thought better on it. Never mind, we shall lay on to KV-1 instead. Boom. Survived somehow. A shot that should frankly have wrecked him. No matter, lay on again. We are ranged. Fire. Undamaged. Bounce. Come on, what am I hung up on? The side of the Reichstag ramp. Disabled access. Highly irritating at times. Okay, lay again. Come on, give me a bearing. Oh, just fire. Hit into the bottom of the gun mantle. It doesn't matter. Load heat instead. Come on. Wait for this to come up. My loader must have taken some hits while I was in the aircraft. Now that's why I loaded. Angled up, ladies and gentlemen. It was a necessary precaution. Right, KV-85 is there. Fire. Undamaged. Back it up. Reload again. We now have a close range KV-85, so we'll actually load armor piercing high explosive. He's close enough that we should be able to go straight through his armor. Forjador, sadly, is in an aircraft, so we're going to have to wait for that to tidy up. Okay, he's back. Okay, roll out, aim up, fire, hit, turret hit, turret crew disabled, but the KV's, of course, had the radio man, so no kill. KV pops out, takes a shot. Tigus eats it. KV pops out again. Come on. Gets an 88. Eats it with his turret crew. Gunner's gone, loader's gone. He's ducking away into cover. Su-122 there. KV-1 there. Fire. Okay, that's eliminated the KV-1. Sadly, that's probably the least threatening tank they've got on that corner at the moment. There was a Su-152 moving up as well, and that guy with high X can mess a Tiger up if he puts a shell into the side of the turret. It'll burst, go through the roof armor, and at this point, wreck my ammo storage, which will then explode, taking the rest of the tank with it. I'm going to take a bit of a risk here, use Forjador and Gunmetal Grey as cover. For a second, just roll across. Try and get a shot here. Don't have the gun depression. Did have it courtesy of the suspension, though, so that's given him a very nasty surprise. Ah, Panzer IV F2. Well, theoretically it's a threat. It's probably the only 3.7 tank that could actually damage a Tiger. But really, an F2 in this situation, that's adorable. Okay, what else are they fielding? And another T-34 works for me. Aim up, fire. Get the hit, but it's a glancer onto the turret. No effect. Beyond making him reconsider his underwear options this morning. T-34, 200 meters, could go through my armor. Again, don't have the damn depression on the turret thanks to this ground setup. F2's made it into cover. Let's lay on to KV-85. Shot into his turret. Glances, but I don't think he's got the angle either. He's got too much terrain in the way. And this is pretty well stalemated. That F2 is probably trying for a very aggressive flanking move right about now. Am I going to bother countering? No, I'm not. By the time I get turned round, it's going to be too late. And in any event, I don't think he can do anything to change the outcome of the battle anyway. So, advance. Panzer IV, as the saying goes. Now that KV-85 is trying to get a peek. Take another glancer onto his hull. Left corner towards enemy. We'll bother to properly angle at this stage. Come on. You're going to make yourself vulnerable. There! Boom! I have no idea why that destroyed him. I can only see him spawning caught the gunner, and that was enough to wipe out the last of his crew. Okay, let's push over. And push forward. Yeah, that F2 is trying for a flanking maneuver, but I don't care. Lay on. Sideline hit. 57 mil. I actually have no idea if that can mess me up or not, but I'm not going to take the chance. Back up while we reload. Nose out. Keep the tank angled. And turns out, yes, he can mess my turret up, so we'll reverse hard. Wait for the gunner to get his head back in the game. And then find another approach. Neutral drive on the Tiger once again. Very handy. Don't have to maneuver to turn, as if that makes sense. Unfortunately, my turret drive was jammed. Oh well. I doubt they're going to try charging us at this stage, but we'll just set up in case they do, and then start repairs. Round's almost over. And that isn't too shabby a run. In fact, it's a very not shabby run. I'll take that. Might actually have my Moja back. I didn't even need to break out the Ori paint job to get it. Ah. Right then, so what came up? Okay, so anti-mech, heavy metal field. Did I even hit any AI units? I must have been a flat 0 across the board for everybody. Fine, so let's go for another one. That's 12 minutes. How far can I push my luck? As about 6 inches further than as wide as is usually the way. Right, Conquest in Mozdok. Single control point, and it's Mozdok, so oh, the Tiger loves this map. Of course, so does everything else with a heavyweight gun. And, well, 6.7, of course, you get King Tigers, and you need APCR to penetrate those from the front in the Tiger. The Tiger H1 does not have APCR, courtesy of some real-world German supply bombs, as I understand it. We'll keep the 6 rounds of heat loaded, just as a contingency, really. Don't have those for range, oddly enough. The Panzergranat 39, the standard APG, is actually superior right the way up to 2 km. The reason you have heat in a Tiger is so you have high-angle shots against sloped armour. 11% angle of 11 degree angle of attack before you risk a ricochet, compared to 42 degrees on stock Panzergranat 39. Anyhow, let's go. Very slowly. Milos just doing the equivalent of flipping the bird there. I must admit, I honestly thought they had disabled friendly fire, but they may just be taking short-range shots there. Let's pull up, see if... Well, I was going to assist with the repair, but apparently... Oh, unless they were slamming Hayeks into the ground underneath him, which is a rather scummy thing to do. I have no idea what language Korakul means fuck you in, but I'm guessing there's at least one. Okay, forwards. Advance at speed. We're taking a bit of a risk here, straight flank towards the enemy, but the terrain is keeping us masked at the moment, so we're not in any actual danger, unless someone suddenly shoves a Wolverine over the crest of this hill, at which point things will get very messy very quickly. It seems we are getting an introduction to the profanity of a dozen different languages. Okay, now one of their Tigers just lined up on one of ours and got a shot in. Like I say, this is risky, but never mind, we have our opening targets, 6 degrees. Damn it, had my range estimate wrong. However, he is slowed to the fire. So, per the Panzer Field Manual, lay on at about 6 mils. Boom. And that is... Well, I'd like to think it was a fuel hit. Never mind, we'll load up again. 8 mils, give or take. Roof bounce. Damn it. Remember, 6 to 8 mils for a moving target, and... Come on, are you not dead yet? Ah, there we go. He's caught fire. Lay to the side of the turret. Good night. Unfortunately, that IS-1 has just seen me. More fortunately, he just exposed that cheek of his. The IS-1 has a design flaw, for those of you who aren't familiar with it. The turret has, for want of a better term, a cheek that is exceedingly vulnerable. Oh wait, he busted my barrel. Fine. Back up. We'll need to repair all of this. The IS-1 has a cheek, if I can finish a sentence on the third attempt, that makes a mockery of any attempt to angle the tank. You have to keep front towards the enemy. So if you get even a 45-degree off-angle shot, aim for the upper hull. You'll get straight steel, and then you will actually generally hit ammunition, crew, or if you're very lucky, fuel, because those are in the forward section of the tank as well. Failing that, just aim for the side of the turret, because, again, small design flaw in the IS series, at least as far as War Thunder is concerned. 3 of the 4 crew are in the turret, and of course that is an instant kill if you catch all 3 of them with a high caliber shell, like say an 88. Right, so while we're waiting for the tank to repair, actually I think it's finished repairing, so we'll just back up for the moment. We'll roll on a fighter bomber. That should at least let us knock out some of their spoilers. Oh god, it's a Mosquito. The Mosquito's I'm sure it's a brilliant aircraft, but in the ground attack role it's rather let down by the fact that I haven't figured out the rocket convergence yet. Never mind. Starting with you. 1 hit. And while we're at it, let's just mess a few guys up. Come on. IS series, Tigers, engine on fire, wing fallen off. Oh, they had a verbal wind. Okay, that's fine. We'll just roll over and start messing people up on the flank once again. Right, easy to Sherman, of course, that is the notorious Jumbo. However, he may be flank onto us, so catch the range. Wait for him to break cover. He's deflated, damn it. On the bright side, I think at this range and position, we more or less have their... Fuck me, where did that come from? From the show, of course. Right, angle up. Better yet, get position, because that Sherman has got me well and truly bracketed. Come on, maneuver, maneuver, maneuver. Get into cover. Get out of sight. Okay, I have lost my vertical drive. Repair up, get that fixed. Ugh. Damn, this is going to be awkward. If there's a Sherman Jumbo lined up over there, we are in so many kinds of trouble, it's not true. Problem is, a hull-down Jumbo is near damn impossible to shift. Unlike an M24, which is lightly armoured and, well, very easy to shift, the Sherman Jumbo has got a truly ridiculous turret. 170 mils on the front, 150 on the sides. Even the 88 struggles at anything beyond point-blank range. Unfortunately, later model Sherman Jumbos, well, they had the 76mm gun. And, well, every German tanker in this game will tell you horror stories of what that can do to a German Panzer. And, well, Sherman Jumbos... Oh, good. Thank God somebody grew the little sod. It wasn't me, I missed completely. That was a rush shot. Suffice to say that if a Sherman Jumbo is dug in, you are going to have an interesting time shifting the little bastard. Lay on, fire, back up. Critical hit. And by critical hit we mean his turret is now a blood-stained mess. Don't really want to expose to that Tiger H1 any more than I have to. What the hell just happened to my... Oh, right, the slope again. I really have got to get better at reading terrain. Okay, aim it up. Lay on. Fire. Back up. Took a bounce. Okay, we've got a flanker coming in. T-34-85, 400 meters. And the Panther has just discovered the joys of getting into a gun duel with a Tiger. Panther's had many, many roles. Extended fights was not one of them, and we've also got multiple enemy heavies to deal with. M6 peeking over. KV-2 Ton is about to stick his head over, of course, as well. Angle doesn't matter too much against the KV-2, because that high X round hits you. You're in a dozen kinds of trouble anyway. Right, he's making a charge for the objective. This is going to be awkward. M6A1, 76mm. Cannon, but swap rounds, no damage to either side. Shift again, reacquire. Come on. Turret hit, that came from the T-3457. Back it up hard. We've actually lost the control point at this stage. We need to get some reinforcements back, but they're going to be a few minutes getting here, simply because of the length of travel time. So for the moment, a desperate attempt to hold the line. Hold until relieved. Hold until... Fire! Relieved. And miss. Okay, I need to take a risk here. My cannon breach is not in good shape. My turret drive's hit. I can take maybe one solid turret hit if I'm lucky. We've got our own reinforcements coming in. Sherman Jumbo. Actually, it's our teammate up in D5. He should have a semi-decent firing position from there. Let's call in another fighter bomber. I'm probably going to get another Mosquito, which will be utterly useless, but it might let us change the angle of engagement. And if we can mess up that M4A1, then we can certainly turn things around a little. Ah! An EL2. Perfect. That is a bit more useful. Not sure which variant it is, but we'll dump the bombs onto Morph, like so. Oh, he had an IS-1. And then we'll close up rapidly onto Yuhos. And then we'll slam into him. It's not the pilot's vitality I'm worried about, it's the plane. Right, Tiger, 390 meters, all stop, he just deflated. T-3457, 6 mils range on. Wrecked. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, tank at speed, you lead 6 to 8 mils, irrespective of range, to get the approximate firing solution. If he's flank marching, lay on again, 6 mils, fire! Boom, hit, deflection, someone else got the kill. Actually, it was Milos. Good man, good man. Right, M22. That is more like a light vehicle, so we're not going to bother. We are instead going to lay to 12 mils, fire, miss. Range was completely banjaxed. Okay, at this point we have a slight issue in that I need to shift round behind A to cover. Problem is that M10 is watching. If I do a straight march across country, he is going to see me and kill me. So I'm going to have to take the long road round, go along this valley line. And the nature of the Tiger means that it's going to take a little while to get up to 40 kph. 30 kph comes nice and quick. However, Herman wrecks a T-50 in with his Su-152. That right there is some glorious overkill. Morph tries a long-range shot but doesn't get anything, luckily for me. He came remarkably close. And with a bit of luck at crossing this line, holy hell, he has got the range. His gunner knows what he's doing. Of course, we're in arcade mode, so he does get quite a bit of aim assist on this thing. Okay, right, we're going to break line of sight left first of all, then we're going to move round, get over this ridge line, and lay onto the M22, if I can get out of the way of this tree. Okay, so... yoink, fire, move, tracked him, but that's not going to be enough. Lay on again. He's still rolling. I don't believe this. Fire. Okay, so he can complete a quarter revolution, which means waiting for the loader, and then moving very quickly because I'm still being shot at while I do this. That M10 has likely got the range. Nope, this is fire from Morph once again, long-range rounds. It's probably only gun dispersion that's saving me so far. Okay, line it up. And then Foreman gets the kill. Shouldn't have stopped. Should also realise that the M22 would have fixed the traverse if he could, or fix his track as well, so he probably didn't have an option there. Right. Okay, this is not going well. This is not going at all well. We're somehow down to 5 tack. Oh my god, what the... What has the rest of the team been doing for the last few minutes? Okay, right, this is very bad. We are in fact probably going to lose this one. I'm going to have to take the grand tour to close this down. Morph's over here. So we'll start with him. I won't unmask just yet. Tracer will cause me some issues. Teammates being charged. Am I the only one left? I think that might actually be the case. Ah, there's the IS-1. Got him, but he got me, and he also wrecked my engine and my gunnery, and oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I am side on to a Tiger H1. This has got the range. This is a very bad position to be in. Okay, let's grab the 4H. We're gonna lose, but let's go out gloriously. I should probably dump that high explosive load. I mean, let's face it, it's not like it's going to accomplish very much, even against the M18s. They've got the ammunition, they've got the armor, amazingly, to stop the round from this particular gun if you've got high X loaded. Better just using APHE and hoping it doesn't go in one end and out the other before it detonates. Okay, 500 meters, M18, give me range, no shot. Well, forwards again. At least we took out Morph. At least we got rid of the worst of their flanking fire. So if we advance, we might just get lucky. Although I honestly don't see how we can turn this around. Let's see. There was shell fire coming from A over there. Thank God for Schertzen. Okay, Sherman Jumbo, 330 meters. I am going to need a flank shot to get through him with a Panzer IV's gun. Actually, I'm not even going to bother engaging. I'm just going to run. If I can get to the control point, I might just be able to turn this around. Okay, got the hit. Low APCR. I am actually tracked. That is a Sherman Jumbo, and I am dead. Come on, give me a... reload. His gun's going to come back before mine does. Wait a minute, there is a vulnerability on this tank. Where the hell's the... Damn it, I've lost the cannon. He's using his machine gun deliberately to kick up some extra dust, so I can't actually aim. Which is a damn shame, because there is actually a vulnerable spot in the Jumbo's armour. It's the bow machine gun. You can see the gun flickering as it just comes up. Doesn't matter. That was an incredible display of suppressive fire. I didn't think a 50 cal would kick up that much dirt and dust, but Gaijin apparently disagreed. Not sure what to say to that. That was... yeah. Oh well, let's see how a third round goes. Still came in first, so despite the way it ended, that wasn't... yeah. I'd say it wasn't a shabby performance, but honestly... ugh. I need a better feel of where the machine gun port on the Jumbo is. It's not quite as bad as the machine gun port on the Tiger, the 40mm Kugel blend, but it's still a weak spot. You just have to get a target. The other thing I could have gone for, of course, was the turret ring, and tried to get spalling into the gun crew from that, but didn't think of it at the time. Oh well, the things we remember when we've not got a 50 cal, effectively kicking up one hell of a smoke screen. Anyhow, back to the Tiger. No need for high X on this one, in truth probably no need for heat on it, but we'll see what it kicks up and what it gives us by way of a control point. Only the one, we're on Conquest this time around. Panzervor, straight to the middle. And we can't actually negotiate these tank traps, if memory serves. I have a suspicion we'll just... Nope, those are the weak ones. We can just roll straight over them. Unfortunately, we have got the earthwork. Well, it does serve a useful purpose. It stops the mess you can have on, I think it's, what's the map with Death Galley on the right-hand side of it? Anyway, I forget the name. You all know it. It's the one where the left-hand side spawn points can pretty much fire straight into each other. Right, so we have a 76 Jumbo making a mad dash for the control point. Ditto Tiger E and an M6A1. Those are multiple tanks that can threaten me. And the rest of my team is taking its sweet time shaking out to the objective. Doesn't matter. Full advance. We shall capture A and then find some cover. And they've got the King Tiger. Great, I'm out-tiered. And they've got a Ferdinand. I am suddenly very out-tiered. Get into the valley. Get into cover. Come on. Go, 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 go. Before that Ferdinand gets the bead and messes me up. There we are. All stop. Right, start capture of A. Ferdinand at the moment has no shot. Great, with a 6.7 game. This is going to hurt. Ferdinand, Tiger E, Tiger 2, IS-1, Su-152. Well, it's not too bad. There's a long list of things there that can mess me up. Including that T-44, so we'll start with you, mate. Boom. Into his road wheels. That's just embarrassing. Angle up, not that it's going to make much of a difference. Someone else gets the kill. Thank God, my gun was in a bad position. Good news is we've got the capture. Bad news is everyone and their dog is now gunning for us. Okay. They've got an IS-1 there. That's a Tiger 2. If it gets frontal to me, he can basically bull rush me down. Tiger E on the left, 250 meters. Basically the same tank, just with a slightly different turret setup and APCR ammunition, it's worth mentioning. Okay, let's pull out for a second. Can I get a target bearing? Not really. Let's... Fire! Critical hit somehow into a King Tiger. I think I hit his turret ring. We've got artillery coming down. I'm actually going to take a risk. I'm going to line up again. King Tiger is ducking, unsurprisingly. Fire! No effect. That ranks as a fluke shot. Normally a Tiger 2 frontal in this thing is not a prospect I would consider. In truth, a Tiger 2 frontal is not a prospect I would like to consider in any tank, except possibly another Tiger 2 or a mouse. But, you take your chances. Alright, let's see. Don't think there's much I can do. I can maybe mess up a track and disable him. Hit that a few times. See what effect it has. Okay, tracked him. That's given him something else to think about. Not, sadly, a critical hit, but it'll annoy him. As troll shots go, it's a pretty good one. Let's back up. Can I bear onto the KV-5? Nope, because he's dead. Right, so far, so good. Kill assist. Someone else wrecked the Tiger 2. Must have got a flank shot. Their Tiger E is up. Still about... I think I'm going to go hunt this guy down. He is angled up. Gets in a hit to the turret immediately. Oh, I've just made a stunningly, fatally bad decision. Let's dig in. Range up. Hit his turret first of all. That'll knock out his gunner. Then we'll line up. Hope he gives me his... Come on, give me your side. Balls to it. Hit his gunner again. Post-war tanks, ladies and gentlemen. Post-war tanks. Through the side of the hull. Didn't matter that it was left-hand side, he just detonated everything. Fine. Let's get the Panther. We've still got point A secure. The enemy has taken advantage of their position on the north side to use the destroyed buildings, so they're dug in round by the Kroll Opera. So we're going to have to take a fairly long jaunt round to the left to shift them. We're also going to take a few risks. Dump some artillery there. Hopefully that'll distract the Jagdpanther long enough that I can get a flanking shot. Come on, mate, where are you? Oh, they've got a T-34-85 lined up as well. Okay. Fire! Critical hit. Bounced somehow, so I don't know what kind of critical hit that was. Spalling into the gunner, I think. Someone else has lined up, so we'll aim. Fire. Get the kill. Thereby saving Gedraskon from a close encounter with an 85mm gun that I think would have reloaded before he did. Next problem's still that Jagdpanther, which is lurking somewhere. Oh yes, metal tank traps. You can't run those over. A little inconvenient. Don't have line of fire on the M36 at the moment, so we'll just get moving again. Basic plan is and remains extremely simple. Punch hard up the left flank to the west of the Kroll Opera and see if we can't dislodge some of their heavy tanks that were working their way round. Panther can't stand in a straight fight, but this 75mm can mess up anything it gets a flank shot on, even the post-war heavies. Maybe, if I'm very lucky. Okay. Continues the advance. So we've got this one guy at the northeastern corner of the Kroll Opera House. There's a tank destroyer there, and a Panzer A there. Target undamaged, dear God. Right. He's going to reload before I do. He's actually, despite the difference in names, he's actually got a slight advantage here. Come on. Reload. Fire. Gun depression again. Come on. Turret shot. And Gedraskon returns the favour. Thank you very much, good sir. Right, now we have the problem of this tank that is lurking around by the Kroll Opera House. Problem is I can't stick my head up long enough to get contact because there's an IS-1. Oh god, the Panther is painfully slow in reverse. Gunner's unconscious, but I'm into cover. Fine. Panther is painful in reverse. Don't know what the Germans were thinking. The Soviets had the right idea. 16 kph in reverse and stunning acceleration. That's one of the IS-1's best features, actually. It's very good when it's running away. Although we'd never describe it as that, obviously. Commissar might be listening. Right, tank is repaired. Let's move up. I think Gedraskon has probably lined up on the IS-1 as well. If he hasn't, I certainly have. That set him on fire, killed his gunner, and disabled his horizontal drive. So, we'll just line up again. I want that kill. Fire! Vengeance. Frontal with a Tiger 2. Bad place to be. Luckily, he glances a hit. We'll back up. Nothing to repair at the moment. We're relying on Gerdraskon. If we can bait this guy up, then he is... Who's bringing an M2A4 into this fight? King Tiger is still there. We'll just get his attention. Distract him a little. Right, good. He just fired, I think. So we're going to take a risk while he's reloading and make a break round the block and then hook up on the terrain like an idiot. Come on. There we go, right, lay on. We might get some long-range shots here. Of course, with the Ferdinand 300 meters away, I have to be a little careful, so we'll get hull down in this crater. Actually, do I have a shot on the Ferdinand? No, ground's in the way. Perfect. Means the Ferdinand doesn't have a shot on me. Ditto that Tiger. Wildfire has just wrecked Gus, and holy... No, you don't need to... Bastard. Boom. Damn it. Oh, well. Not a bad end to 3 games. Only came in 5th that time. Didn't get quite so much action, but... got the action that mattered. Got the kill, got the capture. And I'm kind of happy with that IS-1 shot, so... better than the previous round, I'll give it that. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been neutral. That has been some late night, well, early morning, more like it, tankery. And pity me, for in... 3 hours and 18 minutes, I have a dentist's appointment. Oh my god.